Peace to the family, peace to the tribe, peace to the New Life Tools tribe, peace to the Thunder Nation, peace to TP Ministries. This is your brother Yosef, coming back at you with another video. Also known as Chief Nwadiyawi, coming back at you with another video. All right, family. We got a good one for y'all today. I'm going to start talking about some elementals here. And particularly, since we're moving deeper into the fourth dimension, like I'm always saying, there's entities that we're going to encounter more because the vibrations are changing on the planet. I've been receiving messages. I've seen videos of people claiming to have seen elementals recently. People seen fairies, all kind of things happening, right? So I thought that this was a good time to do a video on some type of entity that you need. Well, one particular type of entity that I really want to talk about that you need to protect yourself from if you ever encounter certain elementals, because some elementals are very negative. So you have positive elementals, right? And you have negative elementals. Just like you have positive fae or fairies, and you have negative fae or fairies, all right? So we're going to get into that, family. But before I start the video, I want to do something I ain't doing in a while on this channel. I want to give some thanks today. You know what I mean? I'm in a very grateful mood. And, you know, I try to keep that attitude of gratitude and stay grateful. It keeps me in a peace of mind, right? I just start thinking about everything I'm grateful for all day, every day, right? So I've been in a very grateful space today, a very grateful mindset. And it's making me happy, right? This is the key to happiness. Stay grateful. Even if you don't have a lot, stay grateful. So we want to give some thanks today. We want to give thanks to the powers of the day, right? And these crossroads deities rules over Wednesday, right? Wednesday is Mercury, right? Mercury is the messenger of the gods. Mercury is the crossroads deity in the European science, right? But there's many crossroads deities. So we don't give thanks to those deities today. Also, the crossroads deities are also messengers, but they're also considered the gods of knowledge and wisdom because they got access to so many different places, okay? So many different places they got access to. So we want to give thanks to them today, all right? So let's do that today. We're going to put our hands in the most famous mudra there is that everybody knows, right? And we're going to give thanks today, right? So today is Wednesday. I'm grateful and I give thanks to the gods of knowledge and wisdom. I'm grateful and I give thanks to the god Mercury. I'm grateful and I give thanks to the god Thoth, the god Anpu or Anubis, who can also be worshipped on Saturday, but he's also a crossroads deity. I give thanks to the god Thoth. I give thanks to the god Lord Ganesha. I give thanks to the god Papa Legba. I give thanks to the 5 elements, earth, air, fire, water, and spirit. I'm grateful and I give thanks to the ancestors that came before me. I'm grateful and I give thanks to the ascended masters. I'm grateful and I give thanks to the elementals. And I'm grateful and I give thanks to my animal spirits, the snake and the deer. And I'm grateful and I give thanks to Mother Earth because she always provides. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Okay, then gave our thanks for today, family. Let's get into this, okay? And I think that this is a very important topic, especially for people who study in the realm of elementals. I've been wanting to do this video for a while now, but you know, someone requested it about 2 weeks ago. Me talk about elementals, and there's one particular elemental I want to talk to you guys about that can really be dangerous if you ever encounter this type of elemental. These elementals can be seen or not seen at will. You have to have a special eye to see them if they want you to see them. But they do, you know, they do make themselves known in certain areas, which we're going to explain about. And that elemental was called a red cap. Okay? Red caps. Red caps are goblins. Okay? Some people call them trolls, but they're goblins. And they're murderous goblins. They're very angry all the time. They're very warrior-like. Some people say that red caps are the fallen dead of wars, and that's not really true. They're actually elementals that are just on a wrong side of the train, right? I don't want to say on the wrong side, and that's what they choose, right? I'm a middle pather, so I don't look at either side as wrong, but that's what this negative elemental chooses to do. And we call it negative elemental because it works against what people consider nature, right? Now what I mean by it works against nature, it's a destructive aspect of nature. Let's just say that, okay? So these destructive aspects of nature look like they work against nature, but they don't really. They just are the destructive aspect of nature. That's how you can look at these red caps. If you encounter one of these things, get out of the area, because what happens is these red caps are very territorial. Okay, all elementals are territorial. Let's make that very clear. But these red caps in particular, they have certain territories, and spirits in general are territorial, right? But these red caps family, I want you guys to be careful of where you go. And I gotta be honest, I ain't gotta worry about a lot. I gotta worry about a lot of black people, you know what I'm saying, going to certain these places, because we don't hang out in these type of places. But still, in case you happen to come across it, you might feel adventurous one day. You want to go hiking. The red caps usually hang out around abandoned castles, okay, and they're mostly seen in Europe. But there are red caps in America, okay. And they like to hang out around old abandoned military bases. Okay, they like to hang out around abandoned hospitals, military hospitals, any type of military facility that has been abandoned. If you see a lot of nature and it's like the grass is grown high, avoid that place, because red caps get their name red caps because what they would do when they kill their victims, they dip their hat in the blood of the victim, and that's where they get the term red cap from. They dip their hat in the blood of the victim, and they wear the hat as like a prize, right? So they're very murderous. If you come across one, you're gone, right? You gone. And I can promise you right now, red caps ain't gonna leave nothing left. There's nothing gonna be left. They don't waste anything of your body, right? You done for. When people go missing, sometimes depending on the location, I automatically know what type of elemental they might have encountered, right? I don't believe the Blair Witch Project was actually what people call the Blair Witch. I personally, from watching the movie, if it was really done this way, I personally believe that it was a very negative elemental in that forest that was appearing as a witch and murdering these people or these children or whatever it was. That's what I really believe about the Blair Witch story. I only seen the first one. I never saw the other ones, because I don't like to watch disturbing stuff like that. But I can just tell by what's happening in a certain area if it's a demonic force or if it's very negative spirits, ghosts, or elementals, right? And this is something that people forget about, the elementals, right? Elementals in general causes destruction in a certain area. So if you have a negative elemental on your street or around your house, weird stuff is going to happen in a destructive way. And what I mean by that is you're going to have times when lightning bolts may hit your house for no reason. All right, it may cause a fire in your backyard. Lightning hit your backyard. It may hit a tree in front of your house. Okay, you may have the elementals can have dead animals just laying in your yard, and you like, why is there always dead animals or dead birds in my yard? This is the sign of negative elementals, right? You can have like a random dog, stray dog on the street, right? This happens in the hood a lot, right? You can have a stray dog on the street that's running around biting people. It's a good chance that's pushed around by a negative elemental. The neighborhood just look bad, right? Negative elementals hang out in these places, family. Power lines and stuff. Your power keep going out, right? This could be signs of negative elementals, right? Negative elementals. You just having all these issues with nature messing your life up, right? Trees falling on your house and shit like that. This could be signs of negative elementals. They like to do these types of things. And I always tell people, if you run into a negative elemental like that, you might want to do a cleansing. I'm going to get to at the end of this video, I'll tell you guys some cleansings and things you can do to get rid of these red caps and these negative elementals, right? So, when you hear people in the rap songs and, hip hop talking about they're the top goon, and, they're a goblin. You got rappers that call themselves goblins and goon. These are these are titles of negative elemental families, right? So watch out for people that call themselves that. They're invoking negative elementals, which can be very powerful. Now, there are some red caps that deal with sorcery, right? And these are some of the negative. Ah, man, I shouldn't be telling y'all this, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. But these are some of the negative elementals that you can actually people actually sell their souls to. Okay, these red caps that deal more with sorcery, right? And if you encounter one, you better have something. You better have something of value to give to these things because they're murderous. Remember that they can be very murderous, and they have no problem taking you out. And you better have something of value when you come around these things because they can cause issues, right? They're negative elementals. But so a lot of people do sell their souls not just to demons but to negative elementals. You know, it's funny. They even had a one of my favorite TV shows, Supernatural. They even had a episode like that where elementals was actually taking people's souls, right? And some people don't know that elementals can do that, but they can. Okay, so I just want you guys to understand that because some of these red caps are sorcerers, and they will actually make a deal with you and take your soul, right? Or if you smart, well, I don't want to say if you smart, but a real magician never sells his soul. He might sell pieces of it to obtain power, right? A lot of people do that. They actually sell pieces of their soul to obtain power or to obtain money, right? And I'm not even going to talk about the channels that people go through to do that because you don't want to contact one of these things. I don't want you guys contacting one of these things. But let's just say people know what territories and what areas to go to call on these things. Now, you could do rituals and make some of these sorcerer like red caps appear to you when you're dealing with negative elementals, but you don't want to do that, family. It's very dangerous. It's very dangerous, right? They may just kidnap your ass and you may never be seen again, right? So red caps, y'all, are very dangerous elementals, and you don't want to encounter one of these things. So if you out somewhere, if you in your city or in your town that you live in, and you have an abandoned like military base or an abandoned medical facility, or some people in some states, even in America, they have old castles, abandoned castles, right? Stay away from these things, especially at nighttime, because the red caps do have underground layers and stuff like that they live in, and you keep thinking it's a game. You're going to hang out in these places, you go missing, and nobody's going to understand what happened to you. You're just going to be missing, right? So I don't recommend playing around like that. And like I said, don't do it. Just don't do it, right? So that's what a red cap is, family. Now, the way you're going to protect yourself from red caps is, all elementals are sensitive to iron. Okay, iron. Spirits are too. Spirits are too. But you want to be careful with iron because even if you're dealing with fairies, the fairies that are actually good and want to, they want to help you. They can be sensitive to iron too. It can hurt them. It can burn them. But some elementals are more sensitive to iron than others. Okay, so in particularly red caps, if you actually take some iron powder, right? Salt can work, but it won't hurt them as much. It will burn them. Sea salt. Sea salt has iron. Sea salt can actually make them stay away also because they can smell iron because they won't even come around you. But you can actually take iron powder and throw it on them, and it will actually literally melt their skin. These red caps, so they hate iron, right? And the iron can really, really hurt them. Really, it's like throwing acid on a regular person. So if you take iron powder and throw it at a red cap, it will burn them. It will burn their skin. They're very sensitive to iron. Like I said, sea salt will work, but it won't work as good. You throw some sea salt, you better keep running. But your best weapon is something with iron. So if you stab them, if you get that close to them, or you see them, you can stab them with an iron knife or some type of iron nail. Or the best option is to throw iron powder at them. Then you're in good shape because these things won't come around you if they smell iron, right? So even if you got iron on you, it's good to have it because they'll stay away. They'll think twice about attacking you. Another thing you can do, family, I gave this away before. You can actually take some white copal, okay, and you can actually burn white copal in an area, and it drives away negative elementals, right? You can also mix white copal and black copal to strengthen it. You can get some black copal and white copal. You can burn that together, and by white copal, I'm talking about burning the actual resin. You can go get the resin, right? You can actually burn the resin, and The smoke itself will cleanse the air, and it will bring in positive energy, and it's like a very negative frequency. When you burn white copal and black copal, it sets off a frequency in the air that pretty much tells negative elementals to stay away. Okay, they will not come around if they smell this white copal and black copal mixture. White copal works too, but if you mix it with black copal, and I'm talking about the resin, so you're gonna get a charcoal disc. You're gonna heat up that charcoal disc, in some type of pan or something like that, or a cauldron. You're gonna heat up that charcoal disc, and you're gonna put the resin, break it down into small pieces, and you're gonna put it on top of the hot coal, right? That you heated up, and this will actually, the smoke that comes out of that will actually keep away negative elementals. They hate that stuff, man. They hate it. So I recommend you guys doing that if you sense like a lot of chaos around your house, just bad stuff happening, power lines is out, lightning hitting your house, random dogs running up and down the street biting people. You want dead animals in your yard for no reason, dead birds and squirrels and stuff. This is signs of negative elementals. You want to make sure you burn something to lift the energy in that area, okay? And white copal could stay, the frequency of it can stay in the air for like a week, okay? Like a week. So it's a good shield of protection. And usually if they know you got some white copal, they may not come back around, right? So burn some of that. That's very powerful to keep away these negative elementals. So when it comes to red caps in particular, iron, family. Iron, if you ever have to encounter one, God forbid, I hope you never do, because they got tools and weapons and stuff they carry. They will kill you pretty much. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be talking about other negative elementals that you guys that is easier to encounter that you guys don't even know. But usually negative elementals take advantage of people in areas that are like more country, right? Depending on where you live at in a city or countries and stuff like that. These negative elementals take advantage of people who are more like hikers, who walking through the woods, and you may go Rocky Mountain climbing, and you may go missing. This stuff happens every day, y'all. They just don't report it because there's no evidence. Nobody knows what happened. These people just missing. So they put it out as a missing report. But these people were actually murdered. Okay, nobody just goes missing. Okay, sometimes it could be extraterrestrials, right? Which in some ways do connect to elementals, depending on what type of extraterrestrials you're talking about. But at the same time, these are usually negative elementals, certain ones that look at humans as food, or they just really hate you and they get rid of you when you're in the area because they're very territorial, family. You can't play with this type of stuff. So if you have to go in these type of places, even if you just go camping with your family, just because nothing ever happened to you, don't take it as something that's, you know what I'm saying? Even random bears and stuff that attack people. This could be signs of negative elementals. They can control animals, right? I'm not saying every bear attack was like that, but they could do something like that. So just be careful of what areas you in. That's all I'm saying, family. Now, some areas you in, there are good elementals that actually have positive energy, and they are around you, and they see you, and they just don't bother you. But some negative elementals, you get too close to their territory, is what I'm saying. So they not out hunting humans, right? But if you get too close to their territory, they will kill you. Some of these negative elementals, and particularly red caps. Okay, the ones who dip their hats in blood and wear it back on their hat. That's why they call red caps. Because when you see them, that's how they look. They wear these red caps in their head. And you can look at them, because all goblins are, I don't want to say they're all bad, right? But you can look at the red caps as like a certain group, kind of like the Bloods and the Crips, like a gang. You can look at the red caps as like a gang that are goblins, but they choose to do this thing. And if you down with that, then you wear this red cap. That's how that go. With the red cap, you guys can research them and look them up. You won't find a lot of information about them on the internet. But there is, I personally ask a lot of elemental stuff in my dreams when I talk to certain people in dreams. When I see other elementals, I ask about the environment and different things, and all of them agree that red caps are very negative and very, they can be very dangerous, right? Even certain elementals stay away from red caps. So, and that's just one set of bad negative, I don't want to call them bad, but one set of negative elementals who represent the destructive side of nature. So we're going to get more into this stuff, but I wanted to share that with you guys today. Be wary of red caps. If you encounter elementals, iron is your friend. Keep you some iron on you. Keep you an iron nail on you or something just to protect yourself. Like prime example, if I ever went camping, I'm gonna keep me a little bag of iron or something like that, just in case. Just in case, because you just never know what you're gonna encounter, family. Okay, that is how I do. I don't be scared. I be prepared. So my my wife think I'm weird sometimes because I be doing the most out of this world stuff, but I know what I see. Like I can see elementals, I can see spirits, so I know what I can encounter. When I'm looking at certain things, and I know what's really in this world, family. There's a lot of things that's going to be revealed over time that y'all think is just been on TV, and it's not a joke. It's not just on TV. This stuff is real. These entities are real, like werewolves and vampires. They've got different names for these type of entities. Okay, different names for these type of entities, but these things are very real. Okay, I know vampires, but I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Vampires are very real, right? And I had an experience where I was astral traveling, and this one vampire actually told me that their stronghold now is in South America. They're not even over their stronghold is not over in Europe anymore. It's actually in South America now. So I just thought that was very interesting. So yeah, this stuff is very real, family. If you're a metaphysician and you into spirituality, you think this stuff is crazy, then you in the wrong. Why even be in metaphysics and think that this stuff something ain't real? You in the wrong field. You're wasting your time. You might as well go be a scientist. But if you want to go to a higher level of scientist above the physical, then you get into metaphysics. And when you limit your mind, then you hurt yourself in metaphysics. You have to have an open mind. You got to be like a child if you really want to grow in metaphysics, because it makes you reach new heights. Okay, so always have that in mind. To be a true good metaphysician, you got to be able to reach new heights. All right, and you can only do that by having the mind of a child. Children believe in fairies and stuff. They believe in Santa Claus, right? You can't put nothing past a child. And heaven is a state of mind. So what did Jesus say in the Bible? You want to go to heaven, you got to be like a little child. And it's going to be harder for a rich man to enter into a heaven. It's going to be easier for a camel to go through an eye of a needle, right? And what he's really saying by a rich man, he's saying an egotistical person, a person that's trapped in this world, that's their mind is on a lower level, right? Those type of people will never make it to a certain state of mind. Because remember, it's all consciousness. It's all consciousness. So when you think negative and you don't dream at night and stuff like that, you can go to a negative place. What you dream about shows what conscious level you on. That's just a fact, right? So that's what it is, family. I want to get on here and share this information with you guys. There's more to come about negative elementals, but I want to come on here and share this information with you guys so you guys can understand about red caps, right? This is the first negative elemental video. I don't think I did another one. This is the first one I'm really doing with you guys, just kind of show you guys what some negative elementals are, and have you guys just be prepared. So iron, family, iron powder, and burn you some white copal and black copal. The smoke itself raises the vibration, and they can't be around that frequency. Good stuff to have, all right? Also, it can just help you protect you from negative elementals in general. The white copal and black copal mix. Very good, family, all right? So that's the video. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for doing everything you're doing. Joining TP Ministries. Thank you guys for watching the channel. I think we have 18,300 subscribers. So I'm grateful for the level we've made it to 2021. And there's a lot of good stuff to come down the line. We're living in a very interesting time, family. And I'm opening up more to y'all little by little. So thank y'all for watching the video. Thank y'all for being here. And I'll holler at you guys in the next video. Peace, family.